I've always considered Targetmasters to be the least effective of the Masters sublines, if we're comparing them to Headmasters or Power Masters, at least. The Headmaster gimmick's vital to the success of those toys, and without a Headmaster partner, a Transformer is running around with no head or unable to transform without the Power Master partner. Kinda. You know what I mean. But if a Targetmaster doesn't have their partner, they're more or less, they're more or less the same, aren't they? Defenseless in fiction, but as a toy, it doesn't really matter that much. Plus, I don't know, the marketing was a bit weird, wasn't it?
The Decepticon Double Targetmasters drink piss for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Like, I've got the non-Targetmaster version of Cyclonus, and the only real difference between that and the Targetmaster version is some new hands to accommodate their partner Nightstick and a hole on top for carrying him in vehicle mode, and that's it. And it's not to say I don't like Targetmasters. The little fellas, especially in these G1 forms, are delightfully chunky and they both look and feel pretty good. Even in both modes, like, it might sound stupid, but even in their gun modes, they don't feel too much like a wee guy being snapped in half with a gun sticking out his arse. So why don't we double our pleasure by looking at toys together with the Decepticon Double Targetmasters, a trio of terrible turds if I ever saw one. There's Needlenose, Spinister, and Quake. These lads came out the year after Targetmasters debuted in 1987, and clearly there's been a few changes. First up is Needlenose, and we'll get our first glimpse at the difference between this generation of Targetmasters and the originals. Just look at these little chodes. 2 partners instead of 1, and they're I definitely felt a little less interested in the Double Targetmaster lads because they don't really transform as such. They just roll out the barrels and then, well, that's it. It's not exactly a barrel of fun, but I do welcome the more colourful approach, and they definitely have more varied sculpts than the original Targetmasters, at least. They also have the more adorable names in Zigzag and Sunbeam, proper Care Bear names, and I love that. But Needlenose themselves is unsurprisingly a pretty basic transformer. I do like their design a lot though. Quite a unique colour scheme. How often do you get a lime green face with so much purple and lavender? And the articulation, it's strictly limited to the shoulders, but you can also do the old favourite trousers round the ankles motion. The shoulders are on these toothed ratchets, so he can hold those Targetmaster partners up high with no problem. Plus his little helmet can lift up and make him look very surprised. They tried their best to add an additional gimmick to these little fellas by letting you combine them into a double gun, which is better than nothing, but only slightly. Transformation's a very quick affair. Spin those legs around, fold the arms in, hide the face with the helmet, get that nose cone in place, and it's absolutely, definitely a plane. You know, not my favourite jet mode, I must say. It's definitely the least exciting of the set here in terms of alt mode, but we can spice things up by plugging the wee lads underneath the wings, and if anyone was to ever complain about this with any level of real seriousness, I'd tell them to get a grip. Spinister had a bit of a renaissance, didn't they? I mean, fair play to them, that's an all-timer colour scheme there, truly the embodiment of Decepticon Goon Squad. Again, not a ton of articulation, other than the head and the arms, and this time we've got the old fused together trousers approach, but that's alright, it's from 1988, fucking calm down. I do like the blades with the helicopter mode, spoilers, over the shoulders, and there's some fun sticker action as well. Their partners have much less precious names this time in Hairsplitter and Singe, and that's more like it. I like them, they're fine. Both transform into their gun modes and combine and all that, yes. Yeah, sure, I think I'm doubling down on the Targetmaster gimmick being the least interesting thing about these Targetmasters. Transformation is as simple as it gets. Fold these legs up, get the tail rotor over the head, and you're almost laughing if you can get over yourself. The helicopter mode is pretty decent. I like the chunkiness of those wheels, and plonking the 2 wee lads underneath each arm on the side definitely adds some offensive charm. Spinister's good, not great, but there's definitely personality there. Okay, right, look, it's the colour scheme, alright, I just like the colour scheme. Last up is Quake, and it's funny how Quake has this rep now of being a scary brute, because look at him here, the tiny noggin sitting on such big shoulders. His posture's more like he's been jilted at his high school dance. There's a quiet sadness to the way Quake is presented here. I love it. And there's not a huge range of movement, but this boy places a very close second to Spinister when it comes to colour schemes. Marvellous, just such a nice, rich, warm grey, saving what could have been a fairly dull look otherwise. Quake also gets this cannon he can fit into his arm, or their back. It's really up to you. Quake comes with the Targetmaster Partners heater, and we're back in Adorable Town with Tip Top. Both can do their thing? Sure. Pfft, why not? Transformation is similar to Needlenose in that we're using those legs to enclose around the body, but here the arms protrude out of the back, leaving us with the cannon to pop in, and we've got a pretty cute little tank mode. It's a fun, chubby little fella, and a testament to the staying power of the G1 toys when you look at the utter dog shit of the 2025 update. If you're feeling inclined, you can have the two wee guys on the back end of the tank, or look, listen, I didn't want to say anything, but they can actively replace the cannon in this mode, and that is fun. I do like these three. They're very simple. Maybe that's why they had to have this gimmick to distract from that and add some perceived value. But I think they're charming with or without their partners. I do feel maybe the partners are a bit of a downgrade. Maybe, perhaps. We'll never know because I will never make my mind up. I'm a nightmare.